All right, fellow captains, survivalists here in the Archipelago. Welcome back, Wolf 190D, coming at you live from Streamland. So this is Captain's Log Day. Let me see here. I think this is Captain Log Day 9. Good grief, has it already been 9 days out here? All of this, man, look at this lovely view. We got a little bit of smoke from our bonfire coming up on our front porch, but hey, last time we got a little building built, just a little rudimentary structure. We spent about a day getting everything in order, and I say a day, you know, in the spirit of what we're doing here. We got ourselves a little dock facility, nice long berth on the end of it. There's our ship riding proudly at anchor, the Bounty. Got a nice little harbor facility set up, a nice sized warehouse actually. I mean, this isn't by any means the end all be all in warehousing, but it'll get it started for this particular base. Got a little workshop put up. Little workshop. Actually, this is kind of a big workshop for what we're doing here. It's open air, and everything is tucked in here right now, but we have production facilities set up now, and nice little living quarters. Don't have a bed installed yet, I don't think. Did I get a bed in here yesterday? No, but it's, you know, it's a shack. Got our bonfire built up on a nice little platform, and a cooking area over here for the hungry folks that we're gonna start accumulating here at our base. Okay, so today's projects probably are going to include running down more resources, but more so I would like to focus on some of the other missions. So what do we got here? We got Revenge is Best Served Cold, that's level 4, Bitter Pill is 9, Underground Network level 3, Buccaneers level 3, and How My Sea Adventure Began. I gotta head over to the Tortuga market, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that first, because Tortuga is going to be... This is, that's the Buccaneers. Tortuga is way over here, it looks like. Yes, it is, and there's a Blackbeard's treasure off in the distance over there. So we're going to have to sail through some dangerous waters in order to get over there, but let's go ahead and get over there. Do I have all the gear that I need for today? Yeah, I got coconut milk, got fish and chips. Or is that, no, that's not fish and chips, it's spicy chicken. Right? I love how it clears, it's chicken in quotes, spicy chicken, sweet potato, because the chicken actually is more like dodo. But hey, it all tastes like chicken, right, folks? So this is a much easier port to get out of. It's actually protected a little bit by the rocks, the island, etc. Kind of out on this point of land, so it's a nice little spot. I think we should be happy here. All right, so as far as other curios, we've got Blackbeard's crew's first map, and if we see any islands on the way over to Tortuga, we'll be sure to stop in at them. All right, so. While we're at sea, how's everybody doing today? How's it going? Hopefully everything is going well. This fine day at sea. As my grandfather, who was in the Navy, used to say, red sky in the mornings, or red sky at night, sailors delight, red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. And there doesn't appear to be a red sky this morning. So I'm gonna cruise along. There seems to be, nope, that's that island. Okay. And there's a small fleet back that way. What is our boarding gear level at? Is it 4? I could go back there and take those, but I'm kind of in other projects right now, so And we're definitely not heading in exactly the right direction, are we? So let's make some adjustments to our course, come around west-southwest. Not just simply southwest, not simply west or south, but west-southwest versus south-southwest. This is more the westerly direction in the southwestern quadrant. All I ask for is a tall ship and a star to sail by. The catch really is kind of a tub, though. It's just this short, fat kind of a ship. It's got a little pot belly, too. I think they used to call that hogging. That stuff where as the ship goes down to the waterline, the waistline of the ship itself kind of balloons out. Maybe one of these days they'll add in some diving or something like that. That would actually be really cool, wouldn't it? Be able to go underneath the water and check out the hull of your ship and stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. Right now, it's just if you happen to dive into the water next to it and you go underwater, or just jump off, you sink under. But you know, they don't have the ability to dive while swimming yet. What do you got over there? A couple of rank 5 haulers. Mike could go tussle with them. Now there's an interesting island. And it's a little shipwreck island. That's probably going to come up on a mission later. And those guys are way out of the way. Yeah, this is probably, this looks like one of those islands that's one of the missions later that comes up. So it's good to know where this is. I'm gonna change course just a little bit though. I'm gonna tack over to this other island and mark its location on the maps, kind of like we've been doing. Black marks. That's probably going to be getting up into the foothills and stuff. So, in theory, once you start establishing your presence around the area here, you can start figuring on which places do you want to place your little fast travel bells. You can only place 10 of them, so be aware of that. Those Blackbeard gunboats, on the other hand, are going to be in the way. Now that has a really interesting little harbor area. Kind of like that. Problem though for me, at least the drawback for me right now, would be that it's in unfriendly waters. And it's really flat too. There's only one bit of high ground there, but it's got a nice stone arch in there. Man, look at that. That's actually a cool looking little island too. Oh. All right, let's go deal with these two ships real quick, if we can. I think we can. We got plenty of repair kits on hand. I think we're going to do just fine. tracking. These snapshots, right? Oh, both of them are disabled. Good. Prize. There's some spoil, at least a little. I mean, it's not even really cargo. And yeah, I will agree that the boarding needs to be a little bit more profitable. Being able to get down in a ship's hold, as opposed to just driving by and sinking. I mean, you know, yeah, but. It's not a very lucrative thing right now. I will say that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's challenging. I kind of appreciate that, the challenge of it. That island is actually kind of cool. It's got a nice little harbor area. Right there. There's a few things to grab over here. These barrels early, I do recommend grab. Actually, even later game, it becomes really important, especially as wood becomes a little bit more scarce. Perhaps because you've chopped all the wood off of all the islands you've been to, but there's a level 3 hauler. I think we go take this fleet too. It's on the way. How's our cargo hold looking? Oh, we got plenty of room. Yeah, we got plenty of room. All right, let's go. We're gonna move into attack position. Game is eliminate enemy guns as quickly as possible. There we go. We don't have to sink him right now, and I just wasted my shot. I snapped it. Rush your shots. Now we can go tend to these other little cupcakes. Here, cupcake. Here, cupcake. I'm hungry. There we go. Knock knocked out those two gunboats in rapid succession. Right. Okay. Ooh, nice. Some spirits. All right, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna go take this guy. Let's go take him. Ooh, no, no, no. Ow. That's what I get for eating and driving, right? Ooh, easy does it, easy does it. We don't want to ram it to death.
Lights her up!
Alright. Now, we get to give this Buccaneer's friend a test. If I could aim better. Oh, come on, guys. Y'all getting in my way, man. I really don't care to go down there. It's usually bad news. Wow.
Blood and silver! Wield the silver wings!
Alright. It's always nice to come home with a few extra piastres. Let's see here. What's that over there? It's another bit of land. You know what? Let's go help the brethren out. Come on, boys. Full sail. The brethren of the coast. Now, there is a really interesting potentiality here. Like, the more you help these guys out, the better your standing gets with them or something. But right now, yeah, there's not much to do with the NPCs. They're kind of like old school NPCs. They're sort of just there to provide, I don't know, missions, provide stuff to do. There's really not much in the way of interaction. Maybe this will grow. Does it have to? I don't think so, actually. Oh, right off the stern, man, he's moving. Shot short. example of some pretty nice gunnery. Lob those shots right over the waves and into his weak points. Go ahead and effect repairs again. We can be on our merry way. You can see the areas where we stopped and had some combat. These little bulges, instead of it just being a straight line, you start meandering around a lot. God, the smugglers are over here too? Oh no, those guys are rank 8. That might be a little bit out of my league right now. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to avoid this. Be smart too. Yeah, those are larger ships. They look like brigs or something. Yep, those are brigs. Notice they're noticeable by the cabin high and sticking out over the stern, over the rudder. Yep, those are brigs. We don't need to tangle with them right now. Brigs carry more guns and they're larger. Especially the Blackbeard. Well, the Blackbeard ones are larger. Remember, the Blackbeard variants actually mount larger cannon. Both the Ketch and the Brig on the Blackbeard variants will mount 24 pounders as opposed to 12s. So that gives you more weight of shot. But the Brig also has twice as many guns. The Brig is a decent upgrade once you get to it. It's actually quite a decent upgrade. So I like to save my Piastre early for the Brig. Personally, that's just what I like to do. It does give you that edge in combat.
All together.
Oop. Nope, don't want to do that. Don't want to get docked for copyright infringement or whatever. Even though, you know, it's hard. You just say, whatever. You know, rules on the net are funny. Just leave it like that. I'll leave it at that. La 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 la. My God, where are all these where are all these 8s coming from? We do need a better ship. The Ketch is really a short-term thing for getting around to other places early, but it does moving into other places like this become rather rapidly outclassed. But you have to make it to Tortuga, so you have to be able to slip the lines basically. They have to be able to slip these lines, basically. Let's see how our cannon... No, I didn't even hit him. He's ignoring us completely. That insignificant. Oh, okay, well, tag, you're in. Alright, we got him incapacitated. We'll go ahead and finish this guy. I don't want to mix it up with him if I can help it. Though I may have been mistaken. Oh. Level 5 cannon might be it's the armor really that I'm concerned about. Is the armor gonna hold up? put the odds in the smuggler's favor. You know, something they might do. And there again, you know, this is something they might do is the more you help them out on the seas, the more they might be, I don't know, willing to send you supplies as thanks or something like that. You know, you help out their fleet, and they might hook you up with some goodies. Or you know, something. I mean, you know, there's a lot of potential with these kinds of interactions. Anyway, we are approaching Tortuga. I'm not sure what they're going to do with Tortuga right now. Most of it is kind of like inaccessible. I've actually tried to cross this little bridge area or whatever, being in harbor, and yeah, it's like impassable right now. Try to. Now that, friends, is a prime example of a frigate. Man, I like that frigate. That frigate is just—it's nice, and you know, the reality of it is, gang, is that pirates didn't ride around in the biggest, baddest vessels on the. There were no real ships of the line that were commanded by pirates. You know, privateers. They were smaller vessels. They were fast. You know, perfect for making surprise attacks. Perfect for raiding. You didn't see a lot of like HMS Victories in control of under the command of a pirate. Frankly, they were more ketches and brigs. Blackbeard really was an exception. He was in control of this massive frigate, and for pirates it was massive. All right, so the nice thing about Tortuga is you get a basically a free fast travel point. So you get that. Oh no, oh nice, 100 XP points. So there's a bunch of people to get to know here. And what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna start to curry favor with these guys a little bit. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to get into my ship's hold. I'm going to want to grab some piastre just in case. Can't really sell anything here. Which is kind of actually a drag. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use those insignias to curry a little bit of favor with some of the local factions. So jump off your ship. Come up the dock, or you could just actually go to the wheelless ship and use the fast travel if you're really that lazy. It's 6 1/2 dozen the other time wise, really. Anyway, you know, run around, introduce yourselves. Hi, I'm the captain. Stuff like that. Shipwrights tools, those will come in handy. These guys are the ones you want to go to for ship designs. Like I said, 1,000 piastre gets you the brig. And you actually need rank 2 with them, which what's it going to take to get rank 2? 100. You go to the bounty agent real quick.
Fought the good fight.
and each of those is 20. Each of those is 4. So I'm going to go ahead and start to curry favor with the brethren real quick. I need 60 more. There we go. Got to rank 2 with the brethren. Great. So brethren basically is all things ship.
I've got the brethren's finest
You know, you
equipment
get some of
just
your
for
rare
you,
materials from them, coffee beans and salt and stuff like that. The ship designs are going to be the big ones, but you also get some hull colors, sail colors, flags, stuff like that. You know, cosmetic stuff if you really want to shell out the guinea for it. I don't recommend doing it early, but hey, you know. The smugglers.
This doesn't belong in a museum.
Gonna get you hull armor for your ship, so important, and the naval tactics too. Not to mention some building building styles and stuff like that, and some flags if you want to fly smuggler flags. There again, interesting potential for stuff like that down the road. The other guys I like to go with early though are also the Buccaneers. I like these guys. These are cool
Built
guys.
for the wilds,
They get you some
parades.
clothes, animal products on the merchant contract, which is actually really nice down the road. It saves you from having to go shoot like 500 boars so you can get enough, you know, rough pelt to make your upgrades and stuff. They also provide cannon, you know, good for dishing out damage on your ships, and they also have their own set of building plans. Not to mention some Buccaneers flags, if you want to do the cosmetic stuff. So in order to get access to better cannons, I'm going to start investing in my reputation with these guys, and I do have more in reserve. Also, you have the people of Tortuga, and
the best we've got.
obviously they're going to have more of the contracts, stuff like that. They have different clothes, privateer stuff, marksman stuff, but more importantly, they're going to have the majority of your building plans. So these are usually the last guys I'll go to upgrade, because you can get the merchant contracts. Actually, no, you need to get them to 2, which it's easy to get to 2. It's 100 reputation points. The reputation thing is a little wonky right now. It's kind of like you bang it out early and then you just start amassing all these insignias, and really there's nothing much you can do with them.
That helps more than you know.
But you know, there again, it adds a little bit of character to everything here. Anyway, I need to go in here and talk to this guy, Long Ben. Man, look at that mountain of a man. The dialogues can be funny, guys. I'll be polite. It doesn't hurt to be polite. Though, if you want to be a complete prick, hey, by all means, the world is your oyster. All right, so he sends you off to talk to the smuggler queen Marita. You got Rosalinda Mercer. I actually like this person to hire because she doubles. She's going to give you good stuff for potions early. Mortar Joe might be the last guy you want to hire. Actually, in retrospect, Jasper Crow might be good to hire early, because what he does is a 30% chance to recover resources spent on upgrading an item. So the earlier you get a hold of him, the more you can get some back for upgrading clothes, weapons, and things like that. Though I think specifically he's going to be on clothes.
I fixed worse gears than yours.
If I remember right, he's a tailor, so he works on clothes. It only works on clothes, so it's actually just for. So there again, though, the earlier you get them, the more chance you have of recouping a little bit of those upgrade resources on your armor, which kind of important, yeah. The smuggler's base is over there, which actually wasn't too much of a stretch because we saw smuggler ships on the way over here. Infiltrate Richard's camp. Find 4 black marks. Wow, the black marks on this are spread out. That's interesting. Anyway, we're gonna get back on the ship, head over to the smugglers, pick up another fast travel point, and then maybe think about going back to the first camp there, doing a little bit more mining. I don't know. It's gonna depend. But yeah, there's a lot of this. Let's see here. I need to go to the underground network. I'm gonna track that quest. The Buccaneers. Once I start getting into more Blackbeard camps, I'll really probably think about helping the Buccaneers out with that. And you know, hey, the rewards are also something you want to pay attention to. Underground network. So you get 50 piastres, some letters of favor, and a bunch of different liquors. The Buccaneers are going to give you piastre letters of favor. Bitter pill. That's a higher level one. Decoration book. Hey, cool. Or decoration books and scrolls. Some piastre. Oh, and a buttload of guinea, actually. Okay. Anyway. Let's start working on heading out of here. Sometimes these harbors are really tricky to get out of. But once you get the fast travel points pinged, I mean, it's really not a big deal to start moving around more. Now, the way this map is shaping up, I'm kind of a little leery about this. Yeah, look at that Aurora Borealis effect almost that we're getting over there. That's just, man, that's gorgeous. It looks like, I mean, there's the Buccaneers, there's the smugglers, there's Tortuga, and where's the Brethren? The Brethren of the Coast are around here somewhere too. Then might be up in here. The way this map is shaping up is that it's almost like the NPC groups, the different factions, are clustered around the same area. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. But hey, procedurally generated maps. It means that no two playthroughs are going to be the same. You know, and I understand the merits. Believe me, guys, I understand the merits. I understand the benefits. I understand the drawbacks. You know, procedurally generated. Okay, it's more randomized. It means that each experience, each playthrough is going to be different. Hey, isn't that a good thing? But handcrafted, you get a lot more detail. So maybe one day they'll come up with procedurally handcrafted maps. Who the heck knows? That would be really hard to do, though, I would imagine. That might be really tricky to do. It might be really tricky to pull off, but hey, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. So, you know, I will say that there are pros, there are cons, there are things to be said about all of this. I just need to save up 1,000 piastre and go buy the blueprint for the that blueprint for the brig. Does the brig take timber? I think it does. If that's the case, that's going to make things very interesting. There's interceptors over there. Alright, I'm going to put this piastre into the hold of the ship. We got plenty of wood. We'll be able to make lots of repair kits. Another bit of goods that went overboard. rarely do you really sail on a straight line. Right now, I'm just, I mean, mostly what I'm trying to get is repair kits. It's not like you can't make, I mean, seriously, they cost like 20 wood. So that's why picking up wood and stockpiling wood's not the worst of ideas. And I mean, seriously, look at this. This is completely open water here. Wow. That's a lot of open water. And there we go. We got land over there in the distance.
Ships on your hand, Captain.
Wrong button. But it is a nice option having the sea shanties and stuff. I mean, you know, on these long voyages, the music certainly helps. I mean, it's actually kind of, you know, it's really kind of neat. Let's find this smuggler's base. I'm just gonna do a complete circuit around the island. We're here. Sorry, for some reason my chats are not coming up on the screen like they should be. It's weird. They should be putting up in a little box over there. I have to double check my settings. Or maybe use the one that I know is working. Anyway. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Ruby. All right, let me see here. Ah, there it is, right there. It's a very. I mean, you know, smugglers. Come on, they're obviously not going out in the open. All right, now something we can do. I want to be cute. Just summon your. Use their little launches to get to the boat. All right, we unlock the fat campsite, and let's go talk to this. Let's go talk to the. I think it is Marita. Yeah, this is Marita. Marita Suarez. All right, hold on. Let me see here. Let me see if I can't. Okay, where's my chat box? Uh-huh. All right. All right. Anyway.
Everything has a price.
You're looking at the best captain this side of the world. I don't need to go with arrogance, but hey, if you want to, go for it. I'm curious what the reactions might be. Someone's hitting all of your caches. Um, uh, that makes sense. I
Let's
have a
keep it
buyer.
clean.
And so when you find these specific places, that's where you're buying stuff that you accumulate. All of those, that all goes to the specific like faction bases. Tortuga is not the place to sell yet. It could come out with an update. You know, you might be able to do a mission that clears Tortuga, and then all the buyers and stuff come back. So, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, UAD is working. Let me see here. I have to fill. I'm not seeing it on screen now. So there again. Sorry, gang. Sorry. I have to work with it and see how to get them to come up.
Captain at the helm.
All right. Got new quests. We can do the underground network. Let's check the map and see what is where. Okay. That is the Buccaneers. Let me see here. Where were those Blackbeard camps? Those are the Buccaneer forts. There's Blackbeard camps up there. This is where the concentration of Blackbeard camps are. All right, I'm going to go back to the main base. I'm going to unload. And what I'm going to try to do is pick up some more supplies and materials and stuff as we go. All right, let me see here. I got a spare bell. Okay. Do need to start pooling supplies. Wood. Okay. What else we got? We got bowls. We got some provisions. All right, everything is going to go in there for now, which is maybe a little janky, but let me see here. I know. All right. The thing that I like to do, anyway, and I'm going to put a little warehouse right here. Pillars. Okay, so we don't have anything fancy yet, and I'm out of plant fibers, so that's a little bit. But what I'm going to do... Fences. Wow, nothing. All right. All right. This is a temporary kind of example. All right. I'm going to cordon off a little area here. All right, I'm just going to cordon off a little area. Don't worry, I'm gonna make this look a lot better later. But here's what we do. I'm gonna put a crate. Okay. Do I have copper? Please tell me I have some copper ingots stored over here right now. I don't like to do this, but you know, desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. I like to save my metals typically for ammunition. Sorry, I know I'm brain farting really bad right now. Oh, and then I need a little bit more. Oh no, and I don't have it. Okay, well, that'll get me started. Let me see here. I have that. I have that. Piastre. Instead of leaving it on the beach, I'll do something else for that here in a little bit. Let a storage crate. I'll save that for the people of Tortuga. The storage bale. And this is just for me organizational, so you don't have to do it this way. You can just dump everything in whatever and then take it out and sell it as you fill up. That's fine too. Alright, I'm going to put my nails in storage. Let me see here. I'm going to want a place to store valuables ultimately. Like piastre, like silver ingots. Let me see here. Anything else? Not really. So, valuables, I'm just going to build a little chest and put them up here in the house. Makes sense. Maybe, hopefully, right? And let's position it so that it opens properly. And I'm just going to tuck it right back in here. That'll be fine. So, silver, gold ingots, if I find any, piastre guineas, stuff like that. That's all going to go up there. Nice weather effects too. See the part of the dock that's covered by the protected by the storage doesn't get rained on. Okay, so we got us a little storage unit for like a dockside cargo handling thing. Okay, let's hop on the ship. Let's fast travel to Old Base. Okay, we're gonna travel to Old Base. We've got, yeah, look at all that. That's all gonna go back over there. You know what? Because I'm not using this anymore, I'm gonna go ahead and tear this down. There goes the whole awning, and that's gonna recoup a whole bunch of plant fiber for us. Cool beans, right? Right. Do I have any wood in here? My curiosity. Some stone I can take. Clay. Oh, there's plenty of wood actually. I'm gonna take that back to the I'm gonna take that back to the mine though. This is all gonna go back to the copper mine. You remember that copper mine that we basically built on day one? Plant fiber, I'm going to take another couple hundred of that. Stone, okay. I'm going to take a mess of that. And we've got no copper smelting right now, so let me see here. Plenty of wood. How much charcoal do we have in here? A good bit of decent bit of charcoal stocked up. Well, let's go ahead and craft another 100. Okay, that's cooking. Okay, let me see here. What do I got? I got 3 copper ingot. Let's just take that because it's there for now. Alright, get back over here. I'll tear that down at another point in time. Right now it's about moving supplies. So let's see here. We're going to want them sweet potatoes. I want all that chicken. More copper ingots, okay. Coarse fabric and ropes, definitely. Take that healing potion. Animal fat, meat, because I think we're kind of done with eggs and bacon for the time being. Bacon and eggs, rather. Seeds, we still don't have the ability to farm yet, but I am going to take those misty orchids. And actually my inventory's full right at the moment, so what I need to do is need to run down here, and this is where having a wharf comes in handy, because instead of having to run all the way out to my ship, I just come right up here and I start dumping. Doesn't have to be that organized, does it? Okay. And this is sometimes the hard part, is just moving things that you've accumulated. Valuables, nails, veterans. Let me see here. Silver ingots. Okay, we got all of that. And then, let me see here. I don't want to take seeds yet. Cayenne pepper. Okay, now I'm going to dump what I can on board the ship. Okay. I'm going to put the rest of this into this storage bin, and then I'm going to go mine some more copper. That way I can have copper cooking, and then I can just come back and pick it up at any point as I need it. And there again, if you time this right, you do this once a day. Usually this is how I start, but I had other things I wanted to get to. I could have had copper by now if I had stuck to my normal routine, but hey, you know, it doesn't always work out that way, does it? So let's get in here. Work. Okay. Yeah. All right. anyway, that's going to about conclude it for day 8 of the Captain's Log. We'll go around and pick up all of this stuff. Just remember, guys, there's a lot of this is resource management. There's a lot of tedious stuff that you got to do. So anyway, it is what it is. But have fun, enjoy. The best part of this is actually building. Those wonderful buildings, those magnificent structures that we all know and love. So this is Wolf 190D, your captain speaking. We'll catch you all next time.